The good news is that the winds aren't as violent as they were yesterday in Chicago, but it's still pretty darn cold. To be expected, I guess, for December football at Soldier Field.
Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Chicago Bears. The final 2-week stretch of the 2023 regular season, and we are underway Week 17 here on this New Year's Eve. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25.
Here we go.
The drive will start with an option going left. They'll run from the pistol with Howard. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. This defense for the Bears, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first.
On play action, here's Ritter.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You look at this Bears defense.
They enter play ranked 8th against the run in the NFL.
I jotted down in my notes in prepping for this game that this is definitely an area we got to keep an eye on, because you're talking about where they rank in stopping the run. But how about what they're facing? This unit loves to run the football, and they rank highly in the league in getting it done.
Yeah, power against power. Something's got to give.
The Ritter's throw here into the hands of Jones.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Robinson will try to pick it up.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
And that's why you spend a first-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
Let's go.
Back to Robinson now on first down.
And now the rookie's free.
Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
17 yards and a first down for Atlanta. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner,
Ritter has it knocked down.
Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
Ritter.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Kyle Pitts, the intended receiver,
but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Here's Ritter.
And he is going to go down. Back at the
Yannick Ngakoue racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Here's 3rd and goal now, back at the 11. Ritter will set up to throw it. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Dylan Cole. And they will score a pick-6 for a Bears touchdown. So just a tremendous play there defensively on this opening drive. Not just to make the interception, but to take it all the way home.
And it felt like this was a defense that was on its heels a bit to start this thing off.
Yeah, they pretty much let the other guys march right down the field until that moment.
Yeah, key play there. Turned it all around. Big moment.
Santos with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. No return here for Patterson, so they'll begin things at the 25-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. 33 yards that time.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Broken tackle. Cordero Patterson. Touchdown, Falcons. Cordero Patterson. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Give to Pierce now on the option. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber that runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and a yard. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. And here comes 3rd and the length of the football. Pierce will try to pick it up. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the 1st. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. 1st and 10, it's Pierce. Shifts by him, and he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Now motion left with Mooney. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. And he's just going to run right into that big old defensive end. And that play going nowhere. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better.
Touchdown Bears! yards. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bears have taken the lead.
On this play, he just made a great route. The quarterback had to deliver it, sure, but a great route run there.
And, Brandon, this is what the best receivers do. They work on their route running because it's one thing to have athletic ability, but to really get open, you have to set up defensive backs with different routes and be precise in your cuts.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. And Patterson not going to return this. It'll come out to the 25. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Shedding the tackle that gives him some room. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Going play action. Ritter. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I'm looking at this one with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 44 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. On 1st down, Ritter. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
Had no man that time. They ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw it here. Ritter. Into the hands of London. Touchdown! Drake London. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons are an extra point away from evening this one up. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Khalil Herbert to return it from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled it to 20. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Fields on 1st down. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified. Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. And he's going to take this down close to a 1st down at about the Bears' 29. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game, and I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
On third down, Robinson.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is fourth down.
Ritter on the fourth down try.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Bears will get the football back.
Here we go.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
At the 33-yard line.
They'll get things started with a carry by Pierce.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
Here we go. EQ.
Option play, and it's a handoff to Pierce.
And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
The Bears at 12-3 now on the year. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They get the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third.
And this will be caught by Mooney.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 34-yard line. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Well, now they'll try the end around. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Completes it left side to the tight end Lewis. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it'll be second down.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing on third down, Fields.
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Falcons are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series.
Now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose.
And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Ridder cannot escape, and they bring him down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Ridder and the Falcons need an answer, and a big play here on 3rd and long following the sack. Back to throw. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Ridder back to throw. Flushed out right. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Ridder now. That is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
On 3rd and 1, it's Ridder. And oh no, it's incomplete. It's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down. Koo knocks this one through the post, and they take a 17-14 lead. So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way into field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it, so they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides would be thrilled with that.
From the end zone, here comes Herbert. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here we go, Scott.
A little juke. Touchdown! The final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
So instead of trailing into the lockers, they grab the lead with the clock reading all zeros before intermission.
I would love to go into the locker room with them because right now they're riding a nice wave, aren't they? They're feeling good about themselves. But I know the coach is going to be talking to about calming down, taking it easy. We've got a whole second half, but use the way we finished the first one to start the second.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. From the end zone, here comes Herbert. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
At their own 14-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it is really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
50 yards rushing for him now to this point. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
3rd and 3. A shotgun snap, Fields. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive in the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it, and that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They begin the drive with Robinson. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Jalen Johnson up to make the tackle.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Now Ritter. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And London, the motion man right. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Ritter slides down, and he has enough for the first. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested. Ritter cannot escape, and they bring him down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On 2nd down, Ritter. His throw's going to be incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. Now Ritter to throw on first down. He's got his man, London, right side.
That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the 34-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Back to the ground with Robinson.
And he'll go down at the 28.
59 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Down. Ready?
Ritter off the play fake.
This is Smith with the ground. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 25 yards that time.
Robinson fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
Robinson again.
And he's in for the score, and his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that gives him a 3-point lead.
Bears 21. Younghoe Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From the end zone, here comes Herbert. And he returns this to the 22.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off by Troy Anderson.
And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Ready?
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. There's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson.
Shoves him aside. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Atlanta.
A gain of 13 yards. And the Falcons 1st down.
Ritter to throw it. Throw left side, there's London.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
Ready?
A gain of 12. 1st down, Atlanta.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his.
Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Next to score, Falcons 31, Bears 21.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From the end zone, here comes Herbert. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
Here we go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And he powers his way up past the 30. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
No muss, no muss. Tonight.
Fields. That's going to be caught downfield by Mooney. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A huge play there for Chicago. 45 yards.
Good for the Chicago Bears.
Pierce gets this one running right. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this third quarter play. From the 31, here's 2nd and 6. Play action. It's Fields. Rolling to his left. There he goes left side. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down. They'll run here with Pierce. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow. And this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on first down.
Again, it's Pierce. And not a whole lot there as he'll get him down at about the 2. Call it a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's 3rd and goal.
Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Man, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. So a big one coming now for Cairo Santos. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. Santos' kick is up and through, and this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game.
And now off to the races, down the right side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 124 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Ready?
Ritter. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And quickly, they get to the line. 2nd down throw coming for Ritter. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Bears are right back in this football game. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth-quarter deficit. Now, this series could very well determine our outcome. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. And Pierce gets it again on second down. And the ball is knocked out. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A give left side to Robinson. Falcons. Bijan Robinson, 30 yards. And the Falcons add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over, and here a late turnover leads to a fourth-quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From the end zone, here comes Herbert. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Right now, they're in a bit of a tough spot here, CD. You're trailing by double digits. Remember the last time out, they fumbled. They're going to have to play some clean football here on this possession.
And all the talk on their sideline has been about taking care of the football, making sure that they're handling the ball correctly. So you know they'll be squeezing the rock pretty tight here. They just have to be careful not to go so hard in doing that they actually cause themselves other problems. Take care of the ball, but still try and play free and natural.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. One play action. Fields gets the dump off to Pierce. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
Here we go.
Now this offense on 3rd down today, 2 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Here's Fields. And that is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Fields going to change things up here. Meanwhile, Fields' throw complete there to Moore. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
A big play needed, no doubt. 3rd and long. 3rd and long. It's Fields. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 12-yard line. Out of the gun, Fields. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. They'll come up now on 2nd down.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 14-yard line.
Now Fields. That's complete right side to Kmet. And the Bears are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
That's another Bears first down. First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Here's Pierce. Trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. Second down, goal to go. He'll buy some time right. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Santos now to add the PAT. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. So still a small chance here with a little over 30 seconds to go, but they're definitely going to need this one to bounce their way. And this is going to be covered up by the Falcons. And that should just about seal it. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball.
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. So the record safely in his pocket. Now it's a question of how high can he go. He's just become the first ever, Charles, to score 30 times in a single season.
Well, let's certainly savor this moment. The first time ever, as you just noted, that someone has hit 30. What a ride this has been.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14.
Younghoe Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From the end zone, here comes Herbert. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
Here we go.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Right.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Looking to throw on second down. Fields. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Here we go, son.
Here's first down.
Right.
On first down, Fields. And he's got the hook up to Moore. Down the right. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this will go out of bounds, so no recovery. And that is how this one will come to an end. Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of